day. I know. This is probably one of the worst recordings you'll ever see. I mean, quality-wise. Well, I don't blame you for that, considering I have a Legos and some sort of box as a camera. Alright, so we are going to make this thing today. It used to work. It doesn't now. I wonder why. The reason why it doesn't work, in my opinion, is because the insides kind of got rusted up. Because I'm dumb. I don't know how to make this stuff, but now I do. I hope. I need to stop playing. Well, the camera kind of looks kind of bland. Here. I'll blue screen some sort of logo into there. How about that? Oh, is that decent? Just put it a little closer. Okay, yeah, I'll put some blue screen right there. Alright, so we're going to make it out of some cans here, just like how this is made. Oh crap, can't have logos on mine. I'll get demonetized for that one. Alright, there's one can. Alright, and then there's two cans. I get it? Two cans? I'll blue screen two cans to the frame. Alright, so, if you guys don't know how a Stirling engine works, that's what we're building, I think. I'll explain it in post. Hopefully. The Stirling engine, in my opinion, is the most simplest engine out there. It is an external combustion engine, which means that the input energy is burned on the outside container, rather than the inside. There are three main components to this engine: the heating cylinder, the displacement piston, and a normal piston. As the heating cylinder is heated, the air on the bottom is heated and expands. This expansion causes the normal piston to be forced upward, which would turn the crankshaft. The displacer piston, which is attached to the same crankshaft, moves 90 degrees offset to the normal piston. As the displacer moves downward, it moves air from the bottom to the top to be cooled. As the air is cooled, it contracts and pulls the normal piston inward. Finally, that was like the 8th recording of this session. Alright, so hopefully you've heard how a Stirling engine works. Hopefully I remembered to put that in post. So, as you might recall, actually no, I didn't explain that. The displacer piston has to be half the size of the cylinder, outside cylinder. So we need to cut this, make sure it's half of this one. That's about half. Alright, that sounds good. Oh yeah, and safety, I guess. I got gloves. These gloves, I think, are the ones you cook with, you know, for cutting cucumbers and whatnot. Use these things so you don't chop your fingers off, because that will not be good. Okay, these scissors, they don't work. I'm getting some new ones. Alright, got myself these new ones. Alright, so about after 10 hours of me struggling to cut metal, we got around half. Yeah, it's close enough to be half. And you can see there's a little bit of clearance, not a whole lot. Actually, it's kind of a lot. But that's the only can I have, so we're going to have to work with it. Alright, next thing you want to do is make sure you get some... Alright, so now we got the displacer piston done. We'll need a rod to connect it, so I suggest a clothes hanger. Alright, so I got this. I don't think anyone cares if I destroy this. But how much do we need? I'm just going to cut the entire thing. I had to get a change my battery. That's fine though. Alright, you have to find the center of this now. Okay, center's like right here, I think. I don't know, how's that look? Look decent? Yeah, I'll say that's center. Close enough. I need to punch a hole through it. Alright, we have a hole. Good. Hole's too small. There we go. Alright, now it moves freely. That's fine. We'll need now some clamp. That might work. Alright, put some JV weld or something on there. something like just like that. There's a hole in the table so the rod can go straight through it. I will now JB weld that. So got myself some JB weld. JB weld. And we will make sure this rod thing won't go away. And then now we just mix it up. Alright. Think like that. I want to be sure to make sure that this doesn't break off. Okay. So that will do. Alright, looks good to me. I'll let that dry now. Can't touch the table at all though, so I'll have to work on it tomorrow. Alright, so we got this glued together. I don't know if you can see it. I'll point this camera. I got the JB weld done. It's not too bad. I mean, it'll hold. The only force it's going to hold is the inertia when this comes down, you know. You know, the inertia of the can going up and down. Other than that, it should hold for a long time. Unless it burns away. It might, I don't know. For now, though, we will have to make this fit a little better. As you can see, there's a little bit of a gap in there. A little bit of play. And we can fix that with a bit of steel wool. I can grab a bit. Alright, steel wool. We can fix it with a bit of this. We'll need to surround this with a bit of steel wool. Shouldn't be too awful. So something like that. We still have to make it fit nicely into here. So that might even be that's way too much. Alright, so I got some of this copper tie. It's just wire I have. Alright. So that looks good for that. Okay, so this should be done. Put that over there. And right now, I want to see why this one stopped working. So we're gonna cut this out. Well, let's see why this thing broke. Ooh. Oh, see all that dust coming out? All that stuff is all the steel wool that used to be in it. So that's what happened, huh? Let's take this off. What appears to happen is that it somehow got squished inside there. It started to fall apart, and it wasn't moving enough air. Alright, so I got some water in here. And right now, the level is right here. So let's put this into it and see how much it actually does. So now the level is about there. So it was moving very little. Alright, well, I think that should do it for this video. See you guys later. Goodbye.